Good day, viewers, and welcome to today's Sport Wrap Show. I am your host, Brian Munango, unpacking the latest sports news. Well, the battle for top four continues in the Premier League as City are now on top of the table. Arsenal still have to play Chelsea tomorrow, and we will be looking forward to that game. Also in the FNB Women's Super League, it's another goal fest where we saw a team score 14 goals this weekend, but we will run through that all in the hit list, so please do stay tuned. Today's hit list, the Capricorn Women Eagles won the T20 clash against the United Arab Emirates by 7 runs at the United using the Darkwood Lewis Stern method. Heavy weather interrupted the clash in the Capricorn Four Nations International T20 tournament several times. Namibia is currently well ahead in the standings after 5 meetings with 5 victories and will take to the field for the final on Tuesday. Well, the Namibia under 20 achieved a hard-fought extra-time win over Tunisia in the under 20 to claim the bronze final of the Rugby Africa Bartes Cup. That is, title holders Zimbabwe beat Kenya 28-7 in the final to retain the Bartes Cup trophy for a second consecutive year. Well, as you can see, it's a good team that's doing really well. Well, moving on to Namibia's reigning continental mountain bike champion, Alex Miller, secured a handy bunch of UCI world ranking points on Saturday when he won the UCI Class 1 cross-country race at Farm Windhoek. Well, Miller took the initiative with a very fast first lap, and that enabled his win over the current South African title holder, Philip Buys. Well, we spoke to both of them at the end of the 33-kilometer race of the course, so please do stay tuned for that.
Right, with us we have Alex Miller, Namibian mountain bike rider, winning the XC1 race here today. How was it for you?
Yeah, it was a very hard day on the bike, I must say. Having Philip here and all the other South Africans really doesn't make it easy, so I knew I had to put in a fast first lap, and I managed to do that, and yeah, and then just keep the pace from there on, and then slowly extend the lead.
Right, and in the end you won by about more than a minute there, so you're happy with your ride?
Yeah, I'm very happy. I mean, obviously home course for me, so I definitely have a bit of an advantage. So yeah, like I said, it wasn't an easy ride, but yeah, happy to have managed to pull it off.
Right, Alex, and how important is this race in terms of UCI points and so on?
Yeah, it being a Class 1 event, it's 60 points available, so yeah, if you're racing overseas, 60 points is it's a lot of points, so of course very valuable for overall ranking, and hopefully it will pay off towards when I go do some races in Europe.
Great, well, good luck.
Thank you, thanks.
Right.
I think it was tougher for me than it was for Alex. Yeah, we've raced here before. We had Continental Champs a few years ago, and yeah, I struggled quite a bit here on this course. I don't think, yeah, it's not necessarily the route or anything, but yeah, it's it feels like the air is quite dry here. So Alex had me on the first lap already, and then yeah, it was just about settling into my own pace and yeah, just surviving out there. But yeah, it's a lot of UCI points, so I'm happy with it. It's a nice trip to Namibia.
Great, well done. And Philip, you and Alex, you did the Cape Epic together, where you actually were the first African team. So how was that experience for you?
Yeah, it was great. Epic was a big goal for us quite early on in the season. So I think it's about 4 or 5 weeks ago now, and after Epic, for me it was all about recovery and finding motivation to get going again. So yeah, it takes a while to recover from that race, but I think we're well recovered now, and it gives us quite a good base for the rest of the season. And these cross-country races give you the speed and power that you need for some other races.
Great. Well, enjoy Namibia.
Well, a big congratulations to Alex Miller there. Moving on to results we have for you in the weekend with the NRU Reserve League. If you can just look up there on the screen, surely will be appearing shortly as we can run you through the results of what happened this weekend. Starting off with the Reserve League, as you can see the Wanderers getting a tight win against Kudus as they secured 12-9 in that game. Trasco United demolishing Rehoboth 33-21. Western Suburbs get off to a good start here as they win 32-7 against UNAM, and the Rio Falcons lose to Grootfontein, as you can see there in the last game. And as we move over to the Premier League, where the big boys play now, as you can see in the Premier League, we have Wanderers who lost to Kudus. Kudus came back strong in this one after having a bad start to the league. Trasco United there 46-31 against Rehoboth. Western Suburbs 22 against 20 against UNAM. That is, Rio Falcons get the best of Grootfontein in the final game. Well, those were the results that we had for you from the rugby. Now moving over to the league where we have the most goals, where it's a goal galore every weekend. That's the Women Soccer League. Let's take a look at round 16 there. As you can see, Tura Magic beating Ramblers 3-2. Another highlight there is Ongwe Diva thrashing Right Away Phoenix 5-0. But the one that shook us most for this round, as you can see, the Namib Daughters FC scoring 13 goals against Omaheke Queens. Devastating. Let's take a look at round 17 in this one. A good start for Right Away for Ramblers again, winning 3-1 against Right Away Phoenix. And Omaheke Queens just cannot stop conceding. Arrow Ladies put 14 goals past them in that one. As you can see, UNAM Bokeh is also going away with a big win. Very exciting weekend we had, as you can see. Well, last game for the day, we saw the 1-0 in favor of Beauties. But, well, we will be back after the break with the weekend drop, so please do not move an inch.
Hey, don't worry about the car, boss. I check nice.
Thank you, but it's okay, ne? F&B Insurance. Checks nicer.
No, man.
At F&B Insurance, we provide cover for all your valuables, from your car to your laptop to your phone. F&B Insurance. You value it, we cover it. T's and C's apply.
Swakopmund was definitely the place to be as the Sanlam Coastal Marathon took place on Saturday with more than 800 athletes showing up to compete. The Rongo team had us covered for this one, so here are the highlights.
all the stars, traveling so far, like a dragonfly. Just grab my hand, from him send me tonight. I run away.
I'm in the company of Laurentia, the marketing officer. For Sanlam, how are you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Please tell us what is happening here today.
So it's a coastal marathon. We started most of the 10-kilometer guys, 21-kilometer back. We're just waiting for the 42 kilometers. There's a hectic hype and vibe, but I think people enjoyed themselves so far.
And how many participants are we looking at?
I will lie if I say how many participants, but we have so far given out about 500, not 500, 400 sweets, bananas, water, cool drink. So it's about 500 for now. We still have 42 coming, and then we still have some 21-kilometer guys coming.
Okay. And why is Sanlam hosting this event?
So we're hosting this event. One of our CSR focus areas is health. And this is very nice to have it after 3 years of COVID. We are focused on gaining back that health and that momentum, but it's also not fitness health, it's physical health and mental health.
Okay, thank you so much, Laurentia.
Thank you.
I'm in the company of Jeremiah, who came first here in the 21 category. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good. Tell us, how's the race?
The race was good, but anyhow it was challenging due to the weather, which is 2 winds when we were going. But when we are coming back, it's a little bit better because the wind is like pushing us forward.
So were you in the lead the whole time?
From the beginning, I was behind until the 18 kilo or 19s. Is when I catch the guys who was reading Leno Thomas.
And how are you feeling about your success?
Anyhow, I'm feeling good. Yes.
Okay, thank you so much.
Well, I actually hope you guys enjoyed what was displayed in those highlights there. And congratulations for those who came out in the top 3 in the Sanlam Coastal Marathon. The youth segment of the show is up next with Spotify.
The next days are not a measurement of time, but the distance from here to the finish line. For the race you are running, for your kids, your career, your health, your future. Not away, but towards it. While the voice in your head reminds you it won't be easy. But by simply swinging your feet towards the floor, you've taken the first step. Grow for it with Stamino Grow. 5-in-1 supplement available at all leading pharmacies.
Independence Stadium was filled up this weekend as the Namibian School Sports Union NSSU hosted the National Athletics Championship with more than 600 athletes competing. It was indeed a blockbuster event with new names coming up the ranks. New records were set as well, and here are the highlights from that event.
Going, crowd is clapping him on. He's the strongest high jumper thus far. 1.85 for the national record. Benjamin.
Namibia School Sports Union National Athletics Championship. Well, it's a wonderful, fantastic day. We are at the Independence Stadium where we will be witnessing greatness once more. I mean, athletics is very important, and I think the NSSU National Athletics Championship is where it all begins. This is a grassroots level. This is where we see athletes come up through the rankings, and this is where the likes of Christine Boma and Masilingi them were made. So we are set for a huge, beautiful program that's taking place today. We're starting off with hurdles, but Jesse Jackson Kauraitha will run us through that as he's our commentator for the day.
Off they go here. A wonderful start. That is from Sesuni there. Speeding up. And that is Sesuni. Emmanuel Sesuni there. Going forward. And Sesuni takes this one. And they are ready for this one here. And
off they go. Good start from the athlete in line 1. And that is Salumi. Or is it Salumina? Now here comes the athlete from Adab region. Off they go. Good start from the athlete in line 1. That is Mampezi. Now here comes Prince. Prince into first place, but here comes Redin as well, chasing him down. Now the athlete from Ochozon Jupa, Kevin, but Prince holding on, taking first place.
Wat heb je gedaan voor je preparations? Hoe heb je voorbereid?
Okay, so my hoofitem is eintlik my hekkies.
Okay.
Wat ek nou nie kan hardloop nie,
Ja.
maar so dis maar elke dag se oefening, soos elke dag in die week kom jy en jy oefen, maar vir my gewigsit en my diskus het ek in die aande, so ek het eers hekkies en dan kom ek hiernatoe.
Wow.
Of ek het dit gewissel, party daar doen ek dit, party daar kom ek hiernatoe. So
Ja.
dis maar dedication en as jy regtig nog beter wil doen, dan naweke en ons coach, sy's amazing,
Okay.
Tannie Christine. Soos sy maak tyd om te sê, okay, ek kan alleen sessies met jou doen.
Aha.
So
Early off with an explosive start. But as you can see, Jason in lane 1 also responding. But here comes Kamchaja as well. Haley in the outside lane, still holding on to first position. But here comes the athlete from Hadab region. That is Agnes in lane 3, holding on strong. But that is Haley still holding on to first position. And here comes Jason now from Commerce region, trying to lead it, going into the lead. Now Jason versus Emilia Kamchaja, who's going to take it right into the last final 100 meter. But Jason holding on, Commerce region versus Karas region. Who's going to take it down onto the last stretch, last hurdle. Off they go. Now Jason pulling away by Kamchaja, holding on. Jason holding on for gold. You can see the battling for gold. The battle is still on. Who's going to take it?
Who is going to take this one? Very exciting stuff there. Running all the energy out. See a glimpse of what they are doing there. But back to the race. It is the second section of the under 13 200 meters.
Lesson with a good start in the outside lane. Now Benguela from Karas region attacking already the athlete from Omaheke region, Kainachuke. Now either way, Lesson up in the lead, coming into the last 100 meter. But let's not forget Christy from Karas region, but Bukamuna from Ochozon Jupa region up in the lead. That is Chipura, Chirupa versus Lesson.
Off they go here. Let's see what this race will produce here as they approach. That is the 100 meter mark here. It is Romava Karwep on the lead there. Romava Karwep on the lead. Romava Karwep there.
Prince Stuart with the first step toward immortality. Already attacking Christian in line 3. But Prince is really running hard at this point of time. From Hardap region, that is Prince. But on the outside, from Ochozon Jupa, that is Nanis trying to close the gap onto now Prince. But Prince still holding the gap. Holding on so tight. But Nanis coming in strong. Prince taking the first place. Nanis taking second position.
By the teams and by the athletes, it was indeed a wonderful day here where records tumbled. A few people stumbled as well, some unable to finish, but others made their names in history today. It has been a wonderful day, and from me, Jesse Jackson Kauraitha, and the entire NTV crew, it has been a wonderful day hosting you. Goodbye.
Got the crowd going. Crowd is clapping him on. He's the strongest high jumper thus far. 1.85 for the national record. Benjamin!
Good day everyone, time for international sports news, starting off with tennis news first. It's the Madrid Open that goes into week 2, and it's one of the big tournaments leading up to the French Open at Roland Garros in a month's time. It is best players in the world, men's and women's side, that play in the tournament, WTA and the ATP. On the men's side of the draw, number 6 seed Holger Rune, he's from Denmark. He's out of the tournament for the first top 10 seeds that's out. He lost in the round of 32. He lost to Alejandro Focchini. He is from Spain. The score is a tight game, 7-6, 5-7 and 7-6. Number 5 seed Andrei Rublev of Russia, he's through. He beat Yusuke Nishioka of Japan 6-2, 7-5. And then the 13th seed, it is Alexander Zverev of Germany, showing very good form. He easily beat Hugo Grevier of France by 6-1 and 6-love to advance to the round of 16. In the women's side of the draw, it is Jessica Pegula of the United States. She's number 3 seed. She's through. She beat Maria Pliskova by 6-4 and 7-6. And Jessica Pegula showing that she's going to be a threat on clay as well, more known to playing better tennis on the hard courts. 2 other Americans didn't win, though. That is countrywoman of Jessica Pegula. That is Coco Gauff. She's a number 6 seed. She's out of the tournament. She lost to Paula Badosa, and the score there was 6-3 and 6-love. Quite convincing win by the Spaniard. Then also it is Shelby Rogers. She's out. She lost to Irina Begu of Romania. The score 7-5 and 6-2. And now for MotoGP, motorcycle racing news, and it was a good weekend for Brad Binder on his KTM, South African born, and he's showing the world that he's very competitive in the MotoGP circuit. And it was the 4th MotoGP of the year, the event of the year, and he is now 3rd on the points log. That is Brad Binder. That's after finishing 2nd in the Spanish Grand Prix. So a great achievement by Brad Binder. He was just 2nd behind Francesco Bagnaia of Italy, and he was actually leading for almost 20 of the 24 laps. So it was a close 2nd place for Brad Binder in the Grand Prix. At the moment, it is Bagnaia that leads the points table. He's got 87 points, followed by Marco Bezzecchi of Italy on 65 points. He crashed out in the latest or the last MotoGP race. And then Brad Binder, he's on 62 points. He's in 3rd position on that points log. The 5th one of the year, next MotoGP race will be the French Grand Prix, French MotoGP Grand Prix, and that will be on the 14th of May. And continuing international sports news with cycling news, it is the Tour de Romandie that was concluded, and the winner there from Great Britain was Adam Yates. He won the 4th stage on Saturday, and he took the yellow jersey by that. It was in the Alps. It was a difficult race for him, but he won, and he had a 19-second lead over Matteo Jorgensen going into the 5th and final stage, but he held on to that lead, winning the title. So it is Adam Yates winning in a time of 17 hours, 12 minutes and 42 seconds, followed in 2nd place by Matteo Jorgensen of the USA. He's 20 seconds or 19 seconds behind him in 2nd place. And then in 3rd position, it's Diomano Gareso. He's from Italy, 27 seconds behind the winner. The 5th and final stage was won by Fernando Gaviria of Colombia, and his time 3 hours 58 minutes and 7 seconds, but that was not enough to get him into the top 3. The winner of this year, the 2023 Tour de Romandie, is Adam Yates of Great Britain. Closing off today's international sports news with golf news, and it was on the men's PGA. It was the Mexican Open that was concluded, and the new world rankings came out. The winner of the tournament, Tony Finau, he moves up from number 16 in the world to number 11 in the world. A very getting closer to the top 10 in the world. The top 3 in the world is still John Rahm. He is in the first position. He came in second position in Mexico, in the Mexican Open. So he extended his lead on top of the world rankings. Number 2 at the moment, Scotty Scheffler of the USA. And third best player in the world is Rory McIlroy of Northern Ireland. The best South African on the world rankings is Christian Besaidnout. He is 73rd on the world rankings. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day, and we talk again.
Well, that brings us to the end of today's Sport Trap Show. We will be back again tomorrow, same time, same place. So please do stay tuned.